Thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at 10:30 p.m. local time. First, the top stars. Activity assessment meeting of Ministry of Education carried out. Seminar of Labor Law in Dubai. At least 73 people dead due to fire in a building in South Africa. Japan makes record defense spending requests. With the goal of ensuring competent and high-quality education, the Ministry of Education held its annual activity assessment meeting for 2022-2023 school year. Heads of Regional Education Office, Warsai Kaalo and Vocational Training Center in Sawa, as well as Eritrean community schools in Saudi Arabia and Sudan, delivered reports at the conference that was held on August 29 and 30. The reports covered the progress made in providing equitable and high-quality education, the objective state of the school, the challenges encountered during start of school year, the internal capacity of education and student enrollment, the capacity of supervision, the activities and situation of boarding school, the implementation of summer work programs for students, their performance on national exams, as well as extracurricular activities in the area of culture, health, and sports. The participants engaged in a thorough discussion of reports that were presented and adopted a number of recommendations, including improving supervision and activity assessment, having the Ministry of Education open a training facility balancing students' preferences for natural and social education, recognizing outstanding teachers and fostering a supportive environment, and looking into the low participation rate of females in school, among others. Director General of Human Resource Development at the Ministry of Education, Mr. Petros Hailemariam, spoke at the occasion and stated that efforts are being made to revise the curriculum in order to make it fit with the national development agenda. The Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare branch in the Southern Region organized a seminar on labor law to government employees in the Barawa subzone. At the seminar, Mr. Reza Nawalda Amlach gave extensive briefing on the labor proclamation issued to protest the rights and obligation of workers. Inspector Desal Hagos gave briefing on the significance of respecting the human dignity of workers, ensuring safety and health of workers at workplaces, as well as on the right of salary and compensation. Mrs. Tsiga Baragaber, head of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare branch in the subzone, on her part indicating on the significance of the seminar in developing the understanding of workers on labor law, called for extending support to disabled and disadvantaged citizens in the subzone. Commending the office branch for organizing the seminar, the participants adopted various recommendations. The Labar Ad Subzone branch of National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students reported that significant effort is being made to develop the union branch's operations. A number of initiatives have been put in place, according to Mr. Hadish Gabayo, chairman of the union branch, to increase the overall capacity of the youth, particularly in terms of enhancing the organizational capacity of youth workers, aiding the families of martyrs, and encouraging participation in the educational initiatives. Mr. Hadish continued by saying that a number of youth in the subzone had received vocational training in a variety of fields over the last 6 months, including computer technology, photo and video camera, ceramics, and others. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in Elabarat subzone has 1,595 members, including 925 females. We'll be back with international news in a couple of seconds. Stay tuned. At least 73 people have died and dozens more were injured after a fire tore through a 5-story building in central Johannesburg, which had been turned into informal housing. Authorities said they have moved through the building floor by floor, searching for survivors and pulling out charred bodies and laying them on the street. Children are believed to have been killed, according to local media. The fire has now been extinguished, rescue officials reported. In addition to the dead, more than 50 people were injured, according to spokesman for the city's emergency service. A survivor of the fire told media that he woke up to people screaming after seeing the fire blocking the building's exit. He broke his window but struggled to climb through, and that he tried to tell people in the building to go a gate to exit the building, but the gate was shut. The cause of the blaze remains unclear, but authorities at the scene gave no indication it was deliberate. The fire broke out around 1:30 a.m. local time when many people inside the building were asleep. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa called it a tragedy. Japanese Defense Ministry today asked for a record 7.7 trillion yen in spending for 2024 fiscal year, the latest step of Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's plan to boost military spending by 43 trillion yen over 5 years. The plan announced last year seeks to double defense spending to 2% of gross domestic product by 2027, as it faces an increasingly assertive China and unpredictable North Korea. The request comes as Japan's relations with China have deteriorated sharply. Japan last week began to dump treated radioactive water from its wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant into the sea. China condemned the move, banning Japanese seafood imports. The fiscal 2024 record submitted to the Ministry of Finance adds almost 1 trillion yen to the previous year's budget of 6.8 trillion yen, an increase of about 13%. If approved, the budget will have increased spending by about 1 trillion yen from the previous year for the unprecedented 2 consecutive years. The Defense Ministry plans to set aside more than 900 billion yen for ammunition and weapons, including new ship-based air defense missiles, according to the budget's request. Now we have a quick review of the top stories. Activity assessment meeting of Ministry of Education carried out. Seminar of Labor Law in Dubarwa Subzone. At least 73 people died due to fire in a building in South Africa. Japan makes record defense spending request. It was me, Salem Berhana, with the news for tonight. Thank you for watching.